What is going on, everyone? Just sitting here chilling before work. It's a Sunday. Nice chill day here at work. Been feeling pretty good, man. I had a rough day last week because I missed a day. They keep changing my schedule every week, so I got messed up one of my days and didn't show up when I was supposed to, and showed up the next day when I wasn't supposed to. So that stuff's stressful. That, and I don't like being in trouble at work, which, knock on wood, I think we're good, but hey, that rhymed. How's everybody else doing? Just kind of want to talk about some stuff. It's a little bit of old news, but some of it's current. I think it's current enough to talk about it. And I had enough time to talk about it today. If it reaches the 30-minute mark, I'll turn this put it out as a podcast. If not, so be it. It'll just be a YouTube video. But, I'm going to be all over the place, probably. I got my notes here. I just talk about shit that I find interesting. So, Chris Cuomo is changing teams. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this, and I don't know. I'm going to do my take on it, a hot take. I'm sure a lot of people... Something I noticed within the conspiracy community is people, it's very toxic. I ain't gonna lie. It's very toxic, and I've talked about this a lot, and I've bitched about this a lot, and people, I'm sure, will be like, well, there's probably going to be some toxic people that are like, well, we don't want you in the conspiracy community anyways, and I've had people comment who don't even know me and literally been like, change the name of your channel. You're not even a conspiracy theorist. And it's like, bro, like, I've been in this community. Well, I've been a conspiracy theorist since like 2000, I'd say about 2011, 2012. But I've been putting out content, I think 7 years, maybe. All conspiracy related, so it's like, just check out the channel, bro. That's all I talk about on this channel is conspiracies and shit, most of the time. But I believe in Occam's razor, and I believe in evidence for things, which I don't see that in the community. Everybody's quick to say, oh, so-and-so is controlled opposition. And then when I comment, how? I never get responses. Like, where is your evidence? How are they controlled opposition? Do you have, did you dig through their trash and find pay stubs from the CIA or something? I need evidence, dude. And I think that's lacking in the community, is just because you believe something, it doesn't make it true, And I believe I'm always very careful with my words on, this is what I think. This is what I theorize. Do your own research. Don't trust me. Sometimes I'm just talking based on feelings. This is what I think is going to happen, But I try not to make predictions. I feel that the older I've gotten, if you watch a lot of my older shit, you'll see me make a prediction here and there. Or, I went through a Q-tard phase and shit, and it is what it is. I was believing a psyop. No one's perfect. I mean, William Cooper, he was, I would say, the tip of the spear on the conspiracy community as far as radio conspiracy. I mean, a lot of people forget to mention him, and I mean, he kind of started it all. Everyone gives credit to Alex Jones, and it's like, bro, William Cooper was the real deal. But so I'm not perfect, you know, and I'm sure my take on this subject that we're going to get into, it's going to, I don't know, I think I'm going to get a lot of feedback, but I don't care. It's my thoughts and feelings. So let's talk about Chris Cuomo. I used to despise this person, and here within the past, I'd say year and a half, I'd say about the past year and a half, I've tried to control my speech better, because I realize now that words are spells, and I believe honestly in words being spells, that what you say, you're putting that energy into the universe, and you can make things happen. You can jinx yourself. But one of the words that I've been purposely reconstructing my language is hate. I'm trying not to say I hate people or hate things. Things not as much as people. Like, people is what I'm mostly focused on. I don't believe we should hate anyone. You know, and I used to sit there and, I mean, you can listen to old podcasts. I used to sit there and swell in my anger and be like, oh, I hate Bill Gates. I hate Dr. Fauci. I hate Joe Biden. I hate Klaus Schwab, you know? And it's just, honestly, I mean, I'm not a Christian, but I do know the Bible. I've read it 6 times, cover to cover. I still read it every now and then for certain insight. I like to use it, the Bible, as a occult tool, as far as I think it's bibliomancy. I could be wrong, but it's divination through, you go to your bookshelf, and you can either do it this way, like you go to your bookshelf, close your eyes, pick up a random book, flip through with your eyes closed, and point to a page, and then read that paragraph. And it'll give you some insight on, like, either the future or current events. It's a form of divination. You should try it out. But you can also pick up, like, an actual book. Like, I have a Quran. I have a King James Bible. And I like to do bibliomancy with those books. I do it sometimes with my big book. Alcoholics Anonymous big book from Bill W. It's Bill W. and Dr. Bob. It's got both things. Because I feel that it's a very spiritual book. I call it my Bible, you know. I feel that it's up there with the Bible and the Quran, you know. But yeah, do it with whatever you feel fit, you know. How did oh yeah. But I remember the phrase of love your enemies. Love your enemies. So I do take certain passages from the Bible and apply it to my life. Now, like I said, I'm not a Christian. But there is some good shit in that book. And I'm saying that as someone who Christianity has left a nasty taste in my mouth, but don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. But Jesus said, I believe it was Jesus said, to love thine enemies. So I've been trying to retrain myself to love my enemies. like Chris Cuomo. And another important one is he without sin cast the first stone. So I've been trying to apply those, I guess, verses of the Bible to my life. Now, Chris Cuomo used to be on CNN. A lot of people are saying he's CIA. Okay, this is where I get into the evidence-based stuff. Where is the actual evidence that he's CIA? Because, and don't go crazy, I'm going to get into it. We'll bring up Operation Mockingbird. That was basically the CIA infiltrating news organizations. We know for a fact that has been going on and was going on, and I believe is probably still going on. I mean, if you look at things like MK Ultra, you have Bill Gates admitting, or not Bill Gates, sorry, Bill Clinton. There's a famous speech of him admitting, look, we did MK Ultra, we experimented on United States civilians, and he apologized on behalf of the government and said that we did stop doing it or whatever. But here's the thing, they didn't stop doing MK Ultra. All they did was they stopped MK Ultra and then started MK Naomi, which a lot of people don't talk about that, but it's literally the continuation of MK Ultra. Was like, they just renamed it, you know? So to say that Operation Mockingbird is not going on, it probably is still going on. And they probably did what they did with MK Ultra and just renamed it. It's probably called Operation Hummingbird now, you know? If they want to keep with the bird shit. Bird shit. Sorry, I get stuck on words sometimes that just like, bird shit. Cellar door, you know? Bird shit. But yeah, I'm not going to say that Chris Cuomo is CIA. I can't prove that. I mean, would it surprise me if he is CIA? No, it wouldn't surprise me at all. CNN would definitely be like the first people to be CIA. And we know for a fact, like, who's the gay guy with the glasses? He's got white hair. He's super pale. If anyone can tell me in the comments, his name slips my mind. He was kind of tied in with the pizza fence conspiracy, if you catch my drift, because I'm still on YouTube. He was tied in with that because there was all these weird paintings of him tied up as a child in a swimming pool, and someone actually found the actual swimming pool that the painting was painted as or whatever. Anyways, we know that dude from CNN literally admitted that he worked for the CIA. These are his words. Someone said, hey, we found out you worked for the CIA. What's your thoughts on Operation Mockingbird? And he's like, Operation Mockingbird, didn't that go on in like the 1950s? And it's like, yeah, it probably is still going on now. And someone was like, yeah, well, tell us about your employment at the CIA. And he's like, yeah, I was in college and I took a desk job working for the CIA as like a secretary or something low level. But it's still like, dude, you worked at the CIA, you know? But I don't know. A lot of people, I'm sure, are saying that Chris Cuomo is a CIA op. I don't know. I mean, they say the same thing about Tucker Carlson, because he says that back in the day he wanted to work for the CIA when he was younger. And a lot of people go, see, that's evidence. He's CIA too. And it's like, maybe. But I need evidence, man. I need actual evidence that he's CIA, because now he disavows the CIA. He talks shit about the CIA, because I listen to Tucker Carlson. You know, and he's even admitted that his early days of journalism, he was an idiot. He was young and dumb. And to me, I'm very willing to give someone a chance. You know, what was it George Bush said? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, won't get fooled again. I'm willing to give people chances, man. You know, we were talking about William Cooper earlier. William Cooper fucked up big time. A lot of people don't know this, but if you listen to William Cooper's early stuff, he used to drive out to Little Alien and do lectures at Little Alien. He was super big into aliens and putting out what he later denounced or disavowed or whatever. He believes that, because here's the thing with Bill Cooper is he's seen a UFO come out of the water while he was serving in the Navy intelligence, I believe, as whatever. He's seen a UFO come out of the water. I think it was in Vietnam while he was serving in Vietnam. And his belief is that they did that in front of them. It was like U.S. military technology, and they showed it to those people to make those people talk about aliens, to get them in the mindset that aliens, it's all a psyop, and they want people talking about aliens and UFOs and shit. Which, the older I've gotten, I'm kind of believing that more. Look at my old work. I was huge on fucking ancient astronaut theory and aliens and shit. Which I haven't completely gotten out of that realm of thinking. Just my thoughts have changed on it. A lot. Even my wife, like, you know, she's like, dude, you used to be like an ancient astronaut theorist, and what happened to you? And I'm like, I don't know. Just a lot of evidence come my way. It's looking more like a psyop every day, dude. I don't know what to believe, you know. My thoughts, I'm not a flat earther, but I still look at that shit and I'm like, man, there's a lot of shit to that, you know. Like something is going on. But yeah, Chris Cuomo, he's basically switching teams now. He's working for Patrick Bet-David. I believe I'm saying his name correctly. Valuetainment guy, who was recently on Tucker Carlson. Like I said, I listen to Tucker's podcast. Actually, just as a little side review, man, it's a dope fucking podcast. I love Tucker Carlson. I think he's hilarious. He makes me laugh. I like his views on a lot of stuff. I don't agree with him 100%, but I do love Tucker. He's a trip, man. And he's had an awesome fucking guest on. If we got time, we'll get into Joe Rogan later. But I want to talk about Chris. But he had Patrick Bet-David on, and here recently, Patrick Bet-David hired Chris Cuomo. And this kind of has the truth community and conspiracy community in an uproar. A lot of people are like pissed about it, and I get it. You know, Chris Cuomo was anti V-word. He was, you know, pro V-word. Or no, sorry, I said anti V-word. He was pro V-word, pro lockdowns, pro mask, all of this shit, you know. And he is getting called out because he's switched teams and people are calling him out. He's going on other people's shows and they're all bringing it up, which he deserves. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that he deserves to get this shit brought up on him. There's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with a little bit of discipline. Like, hey, honestly, everything that's going on right now is good. I think I like what Patrick Bet-David did on hiring him. PBD. We're just going to call him PBD. It's so much quicker to say PBD. I like what PBD did on hiring him. And I also believe that, not that I'm a part of some secret society or something, but I do believe that a good hazing for anyone who's been in a secret society or been in a secret group, or what do they call it in college? Fraternity. Some of you guys know what hazing is, and I think that he deserves a good fucking hazing. Like, yeah, we'll accept you, gabba gabba, we accept you, one of us, but you're going to go through a hazing process. Nothing wrong with that. Builds character. And you deserve it after all the propaganda and all the bullshit you put out. I like it. People are calling him out for older shit. Sorry, something landed on my fucking... I hope that wasn't a bed bug or something. What the fuck was that? It's dark in here and something just landed on me. But a good hazing is good. And he deserves it. But I do think that once the hazing process is over, we should forgive our enemies and accept them with open arms. Like I said, I've changed a lot throughout the years, and people can call me a flip-flopper, and people are calling him a flip-flopper, and I've never liked that whole concept of flip-flopping, that people are like, oh, he's a flip-flopper, because he changed his ideas on shit. Like, one of the new things he brought up was he's V-word injured now, and he could be lying about it. I mean, I've seen him. He looks and acts the exact same way. You know, like, I don't trust anyone. I'm very skeptical and don't trust anyone, and I don't think that's a bad thing. So do I think he's V-word injured? No. And I'll take his word for it, but I am skeptical. Doesn't mean I believe it. But let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he is, you know. To me, that would be an eye-opening, awakening experience. Because we know that... Let's get into a little bit of a rabbit hole. I personally don't think that a lot of these actors and actresses and newscasters... This is why I don't think that it's a gigantic club that they're all on the same team. Because look at how many people who were musicians or Hollywood stars, actors and actresses who have gotten damaged by this medicine. They can't all be in the club. Why would they give poison to their own members of the club? Unless it's like a suicide cult or something. Which maybe it is. Maybe they're volunteering as sacrifices. Maybe they are all Baal and Moloch worshipers, and they have to have a certain amount of sacrificial lambs. And maybe it's kind of like pulling names out of a hat, like, oh, Chris Cuomo, you're one of them. Eric Clapton, you're one. Like, Jamie Foxx, you're one. Like, they're just picking random people and like, all right, you got chosen. You have to be a sacrificial lamb. You know, it could go that deep. Maybe it is they're all on one team, but I don't know. It just, part of me thinks that a lot of these actors and actresses are, yes, they're higher up the pyramid. They know a little more than we do. But sometimes, man, I don't think they actually are as Illuminati as people think they are, dude. I just don't think so, man. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be naive, but does it feel like that to anyone else? Because, people were saying like, oh, I hear people saying, oh, so-and-so's Illuminati, so-and-so's Illuminati, but it's like, half of these motherfuckers like took this shit, Or if you're in Hollywood, you have to join the club, and it's like, I don't know, man. Everyone in Hollywood, that's the one I hear a lot. Everyone in Hollywood is in the club. Well, how do you explain people like Tim Allen or Mike Rowe, Roseanne Barr, Russell Brand? I mean, I don't think that they're all in the same club. I really don't. But, yeah, he's saying that he's V-word damaged now. I don't know. I believe that people should be given a chance. I think we should give a chance. That's my personal belief. And I know there's a lot of people who are going to comment and be like, worst take ever. You're so naive. You're an idiot. You call yourself a conspiracy theorist and you're going to trust him. No, I don't trust him. Like I said, I don't trust anyone. Anyone. I don't even trust myself, dog. If I don't trust myself, what makes you think I trust anyone else? So, I don't know. But in my opinion, I believe everyone deserves a second chance. I'm glad that I am more like, if we have the perfect opportunity right now to go, look, man, this ain't the only one either. We're gonna have more people who are gonna come over to our side from the other side. And we can either open arms and accept them in and say, look, man, just apologize for all the shit you did. Go through a little bit of a hazing, but we accept you. Gobba gobba, we accept you. We accept you, one of us. And I think that's the way it should be, because why would anyone want to come over to our team if we're all just gonna dogpile them and tear them to shreds? That's not the route to go, because we need as many people as we can on our side, to awaken. I thought the whole point of being a conspiracy theorist was to awaken people, to get people motivated, to get people on our team, dude, to convert people to our side. Like, isn't that the whole point of being a conspiracy theorist? I mean, that's the whole point of my channel, is to wake people up and get them to join our side. So I think if we sit there and tear them to shreds, that's other people who are waking up are not going to join our side, because they're going to go, you guys are scumbags. You guys are assholes. And I know I talk about it a lot and I probably sound like a broken record, but it needs to be said. The conspiracy community is very toxic, dude. There are times, man, that I don't, if you've noticed, my workload has slowed down a lot. For one, I've had a crazy time period right now in my life. I still do have plans for the channel. I'm going to get it going again now that we're settled into our new trailer. I'm going to get it going, I promise. It's just taking time. But yeah, there are times that I've had to take breaks, man, because I'm like, I'm putting out, free content. And, people call me shills, and it's like, what am I selling? I haven't sold anything. I've never charged anyone for any of this. All of this shit is free. you know I made $30 off of like 300 podcast episodes. Like, if that's a shill, then call me a shill, dude. $30 after 7 years of creating content. Like, yeah, I'm making a lot. And honestly, if I wanted to shill and make money, I would be doing something like a video game channel or watch YouTube videos and react to them. That's where it's at. I mean, who goes, I want to make a lot of money. Let me choose the conspiracy community. That is like horrible financial like mindset of, I want to make tons of money, so I'm going to choose the least profitable like thing there is to choose. That's why people are like, Alex Jones is a shill, and it's like, because he's a millionaire. And it's like, he started out doing conspiracy radio in like the 90s on public access television. He was not in it for the money, dude. Sorry, he just wasn't. And I don't see anything wrong with someone of making money off of doing something that they love to do. Isn't that the American dream, to find a career and make money off of something you love doing? To me, that's what the American dream is. But there's times, man, I've had to take breaks because of the toxicity of the conspiracy community. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think about Chris Cuomo coming over to our side. And I'm sure I'm going to get lit up in these comments, and that's fine. Someone's going to say, man, you're out of touch. What a bad take. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I am out of touch. Maybe it is a bad take, but that's the take I want to take, hot take, love thine enemies. He without sin cast the first stone. Don't trust anyone. And I don't know, I feel that we should forgive, not forget, but forgive and give people second chances. So, see y'all later.